What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Pocket GM3 video on the channel, and in today's video we are back with episode 5 of our series on Pocket GM3, and this is what the draft looked like. I'm not exactly 100% sure where everybody got picked, but we can obviously go in and check everybody out. But this is what the roster is looking like. Pretty good draft, not too bad. Picking up a punter late in the draft, good DT, super development for the guard and the corner, and outside linebacker getting quick development. Looks like a pretty good draft. Let's check out what the team's looking like and everything like that. So an 82 defense, 76 offense, 79 overall. I did change up some things. I went over to an option offensive coordinator, and we ended up picking up a mobile quarterback with 87 speed, 82 agility, 87 burst. Not too bad. So we're going to see how his play does end up. Gave him a 2-year, pretty big contract, $26.5 million, really building for the next 2 years for this mobile offense. And we'll see what we can do here. But checking out the roster, you guys can see his past few seasons have been a little lackluster, but we'll see what we can do with him on the team. 21 interceptions last year. Did get Rookie of the Year in his rookie year, but not 2 great seasons after that. So we'll see what the team ends up doing, and you guys can get a quick look at the roster. Not looking too it's not amazing. There is still room for improvement here on the team, but so far pretty happy with the team, and hopefully we can make a little bit of a run. Picked up Shelvin on the team as well, and our super development cornerback as well. And that is what the roster is going to be looking like heading into season number 5. Last year, a 3-14 year worst record in the league. And yeah, so we'll see what ends up happening here. Let's get started with this season. The only one small problem I do see is that our chemistry and our playbook knowledge is not great, but hopefully we can pick up that this season, and then next season we'll have an even better year. So let's start off against Indy. I'm hoping we can compete for a playoff spot, hopefully a 9 like I predicted last year, where we ended up finishing terribly. But we do get a victory, 400 yards of offense, 53 yards and a touchdown on the ground for the quarterback. Cannot complain, 31-28 victory right there. And we're going to move on to week number 2 against Baltimore. Pretty good team here, and we do end up losing by 3 points. Not exactly what we wanted to see happening, but we do outgain them in yards. And 1 turnover running game, not very efficient there. As we move on to week number 3 against Dallas, a very good defense in Dallas. Hopefully we can come out on top, and we do 30-20. Not a better start than last year. We started last year, I think, like 0-6 or 0-7 to start out the year. Not good. Their quarterback 3 touchdown day, and it looks like does a quarterback get injured? He did end up getting injured. Our mobile quarterback and our wide receiver comes in and throws 2 touchdowns and a pick. Wow. We need to go pick up a quarterback and go look at a quarterback. We definitely need to go pick up a mobile quarterback. He's out for 6 weeks. That is not good. 94 injury rating. That's a little worrisome there. So we're going to go hop over to free agency. Let's see what we can pick up. We're going to need a quarterback. We're going to need a mobile quarterback. And it looks like Dondi Perry is pretty much the only option here, unless we want to pick up like Charles, but 79 speed, 68 in the mobile category, 69 in the mobile category. Dondi Perry. Let's look at this guy. Doesn't really have, obviously, much playing time. 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Is there anybody on the trade block that maybe we could look at? A mobile quarterback over here. Looks like there's nobody really available. Maybe we can check out all quarterbacks, any mobile quarterbacks that would be a good pickup for the team. And it looks like there's a lot of game managers, and we do not have a mobile quarterback here. So Dondi Perry is looking like he's going to get the shot on the team, and we're going to give him a 1-year deal. And his throwing stats are absolutely horrendous. We're probably going to struggle here for the next 6 weeks, and that's not exactly what we wanted to have happen. So we're going to go through here 2-1, and we do lose 10-9 in week number 4 to Houston. 230 yards for the day, 146 yards, and a pick for the quarterback. Not great. We're going to struggle these next few weeks, so we'll hopefully just zoom through these and we'll see what ends up happening. We do lose 40-20. We're not even going to check some of these stats. We'll check them out at the end of the year. And let's get through these couple weeks. Luckily, we do have a bye this week, so another week through that we don't have to play. Houston puts up 50 points. Absolutely crazy. Through week 6, moving on to week 7. We still have 3 more weeks. There's a chance if we can pick up 1 or 2 wins here in the stretch. There we go, a big win against Tennessee, 33-16. 2 turnovers for the team. Perry with 100 yards on the ground as well. as we move on to week number 8. And hopefully we can get another win out of here. Our outside linebacker and wide receiver are injured. Top wide receiver out for 3 weeks. Not great as well. So we'll check out free agency. And we might actually go give Orr a contract here just to kind of replace him for 3 weeks. But let's see our outside linebacker. We should be okay. He is out for 5 weeks, so that's not great. I think we're probably just going to run this team. This team is not great. I'm a little nervous to see how we continue to do, but we need a win here against Washington. And of course, we don't get that big win we needed. Of course, we don't get it. 6 turnovers, and we have over 400 yards of offense. 4 turnovers for our tight end. Our backup quarterback gets injured, and it looks like Green comes in and throws 4 turnovers or 4 interceptions. Absolutely atrocious. We still need to wait out 2 more weeks as Dondi, or 1 more week for Montravius Murphy, and we're going to go over here. We're just going to go pick up anybody. We'll go over here. Do we want to get a mobile quarterback? I feel like we should, but I feel like it probably doesn't matter. Let's just pick this guy up. I don't think it matters for 1 week. Probably going to lose this game anyways as we move on to week number 9 or 8, whatever it is, week number 9. And we do get a very big victory. This was exactly what we needed. 44-24. 2 turnovers for us, 3 turnovers for them. A very messy game, but we do come out on top with Mike Smith with a huge game. 3 turnovers for their quarterback. And we are 4-4 on the year. Not too bad. In a playoff position here as we continue our stretch here. We are moving on to Philly, which is going to be a very tough matchup. And we do get beat 17-13. Checking out the team. We'll check out the team roster really quickly. Murphy is back, or Humphrey is back. Murphy, I keep messing up his name. And we do get a big victory, moving us to 5-5 against Tennessee. 490 yards of offense. Big day for the team as we move on to the next week. Our wide receiver is going to be injured, or our tight end, our backup tight end is going to be injured. So rearrange a couple things here. And we'll probably go pick up another tight end because he is out for 7 weeks. Not great. We're probably looking for a blocking tight end, so we'll go pick this guy up for $3.7 million. And that is where we're going to go. So let's sim through here. Moving on to Pittsburgh. We do need another victory here, and we get it 24-19, moving us to 6-5 on the year. No turnovers. Very clean day for the team. And we are going to move on to the next week against the Giants. Fairly good team here, good offense, okay defense, and we get another victory, moving us 7-5 on the year. Only 1 turnover for the day. As we move on to week number 14, we are 7-5. 3 new injuries this week. Injuries to our... Wow. Of course we can't go a couple weeks without an injury. Definitely need to pick up some new coaches for the team. But let's check this out. Our running back's going to be out for 3 weeks. And it looks like, who else is going to be out for 3 weeks, for a couple weeks? It looks like, was it just wide receivers? It looks like it was just both of our running backs, actually. Yeah. Oh, and it looks like a fight during training, from Brandon Marks. And that is going to be, who's Brandon Marks? Brandon Marks is our top wide receiver, of course. So chemistry went down a little bit, but we'll run with it and move on to the Rams as we try to get another victory on the board. And we get upset by a 2-10 team. 3 turnovers on the day, 2 interceptions for the quarterback. Not a great game, but 7-6, we're still in the hunt as we move on to the Jets. And we get a big victory, 12-6. Not a lot of scoring, but we do come out on top. They had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions by their quarterback, and we cannot capitalize on that we only put up 12 points. So we're going to move on here to the next week. As we move on to Houston, it looks like our defensive tackle is going to be injured, and we are going to need to pick up another defensive tackle. So we'll go run and do that really quickly, picking up a lot of players this year as we try to make this playoff run, picking up a defensive tackle for a $3.6 million deal. And hopefully we can come out on top here. Close out the year pretty well. We are 8-6, going to be a wild card team most likely. I don't expect us to compete with Houston, but we might have a chance to upset them. We don't. A 7-3 game. Absolutely crazy. 2 turnovers by our quarterback, of course, because we can't go a week without a turnover. As we move on to the next week against Cincy, some tough games here to close out the year. And hopefully we can get an upset victory here. We do 19-17 against Cincy, 300 yards of offense, and another 2 interceptions for the quarterback, of course. As we move on to the next week, our middle linebacker is going to be injured, but we should be okay. We aren't okay. We need to go pick up another middle linebacker. We'll probably just move this back up outside linebacker over here. As we move him there, we'll save that. And we will move on to Indy. This is going to be a big game. This will probably determine if we make the playoffs. KC has a chance to make it as a wildcard team. We have a chance to make it as a wildcard team. So we really need a victory here as we face off against Indy. We are going to sim through here, 9-7 on the year, and we lose, moving us to 9-8. And hopefully KC lost. They did end up losing as well to Denver. As we move on, I don't want to see here. We're going to go over to the regular season, and we sneak into the playoffs as I'm guessing 17, and we do facing Denver. Looks like Houston does get the number 1 seed, and we end up with another injury, of course, to our cornerback, but it looks like we finally make the playoffs. A huge sigh of relief, honestly, as we make the playoffs. 362 points scored, 325 allowed, and the playoffs are going to be done in next episode, so be on the lookout for that. We are going to check out some of these stats for the team. We had 5 different quarterbacks play. Humphrey, 8 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Atrocious, honestly. Multiple games with 2 interceptions. He only played in 12 games, and we have him for another year. But hopefully he'll gain some playbook knowledge, some chemistry with the players, and we'll pick up there. Perry, not a good pickup. 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And Green, of course, came in. And McDonald getting us, I think, 1 victory, I'm pretty sure. And on the ground, Burrow, Smith, Humphrey, not too bad. A little bit more, but we're hoping for a little bit more, but it is okay. This guy, Tevin, is going to be leading the team in receiving. Brendel, and then Marks, and then our tight end. Defensively, 10 sacks from Anong, however you want to say it. Big pickup in the draft. I think we took him number 3 overall. Pretty good season for him. Can't complain. 7 for Green as well. 4 interceptions for our top cornerback here, and multiple players with 2 forced fumbles. Couple interceptions here at the bottom. Kicker missing 15 kicks isn't great. Toth with a return touchdown. Not too bad there. And check out the stats. Number 3 in rushing, 23rd in passing, 13th overall. Defensively, we are okay. And we finally do get this team to the playoffs, which is exactly what we needed to do in year number 5. But for right now, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel so much. And I will see you guys very soon with the next episode, where we do have the playoffs. And hopefully we can make a little bit of a run. But at least we are here.